Hello everyone, how's it going? Okay, so again, my name is Marcus Fuller. I'm from Southern California originally. I've been now here in Dallas for the past 11 years, and I'm a single parent. Transferred out here for my work, and decided to get out of the corporate field and go about it my own way, and here I am today. So, working at a nonprofit. Okay, so Shakespeare Dallas, we have been around for 50 years now. Our founder was Bob Glenn, and Bob passed away, unfortunately, roughly about 7 years ago. He was, again, the founder and executive producer for Shakespeare. We began Shakespeare in the Park in 1989, and we have Shakespeare camps, we have Shakespeare on the Go, and then Shakespeare adult programs and Theater for All. So our vision behind our nonprofit is to basically bring Shakespeare to the masses. You know, when people hear Shakespeare, they think, oh my God, it's obtuse. You know, something just for the upper echelon. It's not. Shakespeare is for everyone. If Tupac can quote Shakespeare in a rap video, then hey, it's for the world, right? So well, that's our goal, is just to bring Shakespeare to everyone in Dallas, throughout the communities. Well, the most important thing is building upon relationships. And when you're running a nonprofit, you know, you're really on the go. You got to be a salesperson. You know, you have to be a community activist. You have to be in touch with the community, and you have to be able to juggle all these things all at the exact same time. So, and those challenges are going out and campaigning and meeting different organizations and trying to get them involved with our program. The challenges that we faced with growing Shakespeare Dallas initially in the beginning was funding. But initially, what began as just a small event that was just being held in the park by people who just love Shakespeare grew into this whole program. Our founder, Bob Glenn, who started this back in 1972, this is our 50th year, and we were so excited about that. He is the one who kicked Shakespeare off, and we initially had Shakespeare in the Park in 1989. Those were the first ones. We sprung from there, and we were able to develop partnerships with different organizations that some of those organizations and multi-million-dollar companies don't even exist anymore. And they were able to provide funding for us. So we are blessed to have some of these new upcoming businesses throughout Dallas and new families in the community. I can't forget the community. The turning point for Shakespeare Dallas was during the big COVID epidemic when that happened. For us, for the first 6 months, our program, we went on ahead and just went about it, you know, just doing Shakespeare as normal. But when a couple of our actors caught COVID, we thought it would be best to cancel the programs. So for a year and a half, we did not have Shakespeare in the Park, basically. And it was a struggle, but what we learned to do was we switched to social media. We hired a social media director. We had Shakespeare in the school programs, and we just did everything by Zoom. And we could not believe the attendance that people came and just signed up just to be a part, to watch a show, you know, whether it was already taped, or to hear a lecture, or to hear one of our teachers from either SMU or Texas A&M or TCU, whatever the case, wherever they come from on our board, just reading a play from Shakespeare. People still were able to see these things, and a lot of those programs were free. In the next 5 years, that's a great question. As a board member, I see Shakespeare further moving out into the Frisco, Plano area. That was my goal when I became a board member, to bring Shakespeare, not just in Dallas itself, or to Addison, where we're at in Addison Circle before, or to the Wiley of the Winspear Theater, but to go out further into the other communities, such as Frisco, Allen, And we are in the process of developing relationships with those cities to bring Shakespeare there. We're also a part of the Cypress Waters Group, so we may be coming back to that area, which is in the Capel Las Colinas area, to present some shows there, whether it's Shakespeare on the Go program, it's a children's program, or just Shakespeare Dallas itself. You know what? The biggest factors to ensuring the growth of Shakespeare Dallas, it's community partnerships. That is very important. You know, if you are not able to have relationships with different organizations and being able to be a team player in this world, you're not going to survive. And we take pride in the fact that that is one of our strongest points, you know, of developing these relationships to help Shakespeare grow and to also present, like I said before, we're a resource for the community. If your student is an intern and they want to come and be a part of Shakespeare, all you have to do is fill out a program. Raphael Perry is an executive director, award-winning director, and he's still part of our organization. So it's just, again, just building upon those relationships, because people want to do business with those who they like and trust. And we have a solid foundation here in Dallas and throughout the community here in the North Texas area, I should say. I believe what I learned and what most of the team has learned, it's just not about myself, is we learned that, you know, it's okay sometimes to say, you know, no, we can't do this. You know, to not overextend ourselves, you know, and, you know, these performances cost a lot of money. You know, to put on a performance in the park is anywhere from $100,000 to $250,000. So depending on what season it is. So we have learned to manage our objections, but also able to present ourselves in a way where people still want to be a part of the organization, which just helps us again to continue to grow. You know what? The greatest advice I can give to anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur in the Dallas area, Dallas Metroplex, I'm sorry, from California, so I have that mindset of one city. But in the Dallas Metroplex is you have to be able to hold a conversation for one. And, you know, I can give you an example. I was at a networking event that's thrown by Michael Rodriguez and John at the Ritz-Carlton, it's called last Tuesday. And this gentleman came up to me and, you know, he says, hey, I heard so much about you, and, you know, I want to meet you. And all of a sudden he just product dumped. I stopped him. I said, no, I don't want to hear anything about your business. Who are you? Tell me what you do. What do you like to do? I don't want to hear about your business. So that goes back to building relationships. When you have a more understanding of the way an individual works and how they are able to adapt with the community and get along with others, that is what builds your brand. That one is what makes people want to come back and talk to you and say, who is this person? Who is this young lady? What is she or he all about? My name is Marcus Fuller with Shakespeare Dallas. Look us up, ShakespeareDallas.com. Thank you so much.